What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get down to the situation, baby. Peep Squad is in the building. Let's talk about Andy Cohen and Karen Huger on Watch What Happens Live. Like, Lord have mercy, what is going on in this situation? What is Andy out here promoting and saying? Once Andy found out that Karen was referring to Jamal Bryant as a ding dong, basically referring to his penis, Andy continued to refer to Jamal Bryant as ding dong. Like, that's kind of disrespectful, Andy. Like, what's going on? We expect Karen to do what Karen do because Karen is who Karen is. But damn, when it comes to Andy, where's your coof? What's going on in this situation? And then once Andy realized that Karen Huger was talking about Gizelle fiery box and hot box, he continued to go on with the conversation and even had some games named out about Gizelle called Andy Fiery box is not always a bad thing. A fiery box is not always a bad thing. These are some of the games that Andy plays on Watch What Happens Live. And also, he says, Andy top fiery boxes. Like, what's going on? Fiery box? Like what is happening? Like, are they playing with Gizelle? Like, are they having fun with Gizelle? Or this is just totally disrespectful, point blank, period. Because what if Gizelle does have a fiery box and did have a fiery box or a hot box? And we know what Karen Huger was basically saying, that Gizelle is on fire down there. Let it burn, let it burn. And it seems like it's something that is continuous going on. Like, what's going on? And Andy being in the mix of it and basically naming games on the TV show to play called Countdown 5 Fiery Boxes. Like, what? Fiery box? Like, what is going on? And then, Andy giving light to the situation that Karen Huger is actually coming for Gizelle mental health status, allegedly, when she says sing, and Andy just, brushed that off and they continue to talk. What is going on? So who is the new it over there on Real Housewives of Potomac? What is going on? What is happening in this situation? Y'all tell me what y'all think. I was like, damn, Andy, you're going to be a little bit better, a little bit classier, a little bit more professional, because we know Karen got a beef and she will read for filth anytime that she wants to and when she needs to, and basically to give you a show. So I wonder if Karen and Gizelle are actually going to stay on good terms until the season 6 is over, because the more they do interviews and the more that they talk about each other, baby, there's going to possibly be some beefing going on between them, and it won't be bygones. Let bygones be bygones, okay? So let's just get into the situation. I was just like, damn, Andy, that's how you do it? And then Karen said that, she wanted to bring up Sing allegedly to lighten up the situation because it was too dark over there. I was like, how are you bringing light to a situation when you said somebody really was a 5150 and Sing is a mental institution? So how is that bringing light to a conversation that you and Gizelle was reading each other? How is that comedy? Like, Lord have mercy, these jokes write itself. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down, baby. So let's just get to the situation. So Andy, he starts off and he's asking, Karen questions about fiery box, basically what she said to Gizelle on season 6 premiere, episode 1. And basically repeating Karen's words about, talk about your fiery box that is on fire, and that's why you can't keep a man. I was like, Lord have mercy. So you already know Karen that went in and went on Gizelle because Gizelle basically said that she had a dry box, baby. But in any event, Andy continues and says, to Karen, responds, and Karen basically says, everybody knows what a fiery box means. You ain't gonna get me to say that on national TV. It explains itself. So basically Karen Huger was like, no, baby, you ain't gonna trip me up and say fiery box, a box on fire, whatever the case may be, what it means. If y'all guys don't know what it means, then you just don't know what it means. She's out here getting at Gizelle. Basically it's something in the past, but is being brought to present attention. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord, Karen's always on her square. She is not playing around with the situation. So in any event, Karen continues to go on, and she says Gizelle has a hot box. Karen says the fiery box and the hot box mean the same thing. Basically, they're one and the same. And Andy was like, okay, so that's what you mean. And she was like, yeah. So now, Andy's acting like he don't understand what Karen is actually saying, and he's basically having her explain what a fiery box is and a hot box is, talking about a woman's vagina. That means it's on for you, baby. And so Andy's trying to get the definition and interviewing Karen about, okay. And then he, proceeds to ask Karen about your ding dong is in everyone else's vagina. So he's basically repeating what Karen said on, the episode of season 6, episode 1. And so I was like, okay. And I was like, so, no, they talking about Jamal. And Andy asks Karen, saying Gizelle ding dongs is in other people's vagina. I was like, Lord have mercy. So, Andy was basically like, you know what? It's time to get messy. It's time to get dirty out here in these streets. Because, Lord have mercy, he repeated what Karen said. And basically, then he broke it down for the people in the back. And he broke it down for people on the left. Basically saying, so you saying that her ding dongs was in everybody else's vagina. And Karen, and Karen is just like, I was like, Lord have mercy. So basically, now Andy's trying to figure out what ding dong is she talking about. And then Karen said her previous ding dong, her previous person. And then, Andy comes up and say, oh, Jamal Bryant. I was like, Lord have mercy. Then he continues to go on. Like, Lord, are they just mopping the floor with Gizelle? Like, what has happened? Gizelle is getting dissed and dismissed, talking about her hot box, her mental health, baby, and her ex-husband, ding dong being involved in other people's ding dongs and boxes and things of that nature. Like, what is really going on with this situation? So it seems like Karen done took over the floor. She done took over the show, and Andy's sitting there going right with the mess, baby. Like, he don't even know who Gizelle is. They're talking about her vagina. Lord have mercy. And then you have Karen saying that, Gizelle has a hot box, a fiery box. And then you have Karen also saying that, Jamal has been sticking his, ding dongs and other vaginas. So basically, it's almost insinuating that, Gizelle fiery box came from Jamal Bryant. And I know Andy was able to put that together. And they basically did this on TV tonight. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I was like, the shade is real, baby. When I say it's real, it is real. And in any event, moving on from that situation, then Andy proceeded on to continue to ask Karen questions about her reading, Gizelle, basically talking about Gizelle being over there at the Hampton University, being a broke hoe from Hampton University. And Andy asked Karen that. And I was like, damn, you gonna just repeat everything she said from word of mouth? Like, damn, Andy's about this life. He's trying to get these ratings up. He's trying to get everything on and popping, and he is starting the beef, and basically he is simmering in it too as well. But in any event, Karen Hugo, she responds, she says, everybody knows that's why she went to Sing Sing. And I was like, Lord have mercy, what's going on with that situation? So Andrew repeated everything Karen said. He even read from the cue cards, baby. And so Karen ain't deny it. Karen didn't back down. Karen didn't, stop the press or anything of that nature. She was willing to go forward with the situation, and so was Andy. And then Karen tried to clean it up a little bit and said, basically, Gizelle she really likes to spar, and she likes to pull you into a dark, dark web. So I just wanted to add some comedy to the situation because it was just so dark. book. So that's why she said sing sing. I was like, Lord have mercy. But then Karen said the reason why she said sing sing is because she thought that Gizelle was in a mental institution. So how is that comedy, and how is that lighting up the situation and making it brighter, baby? Talking about somebody allegedly being, confined, to a mental health facility because allegedly Gizelle was heartbroken, baby, when she found out Jamal was out here in these streets and he was cheating, fornicating, and making babies out here in these streets allegedly before they got married, allegedly. And she ends up checking herself in, or she got checked into a 5150 situation, baby, because she was distraught and hurt. Lord have mercy. And then that on here on Watch What Happens Live talking about Gizelle mental health and her ding dong being out there, baby. And that's why she went to Sing Sing, because Jamal was cheating on her before they even said I do, and she was distraught and she was in love with the man, baby. They are really making light of that situation. Lord have mercy. If your heart been broken where you end up in a mental institution, you already know shit was bad. Like, you had to be hurt, because usually people get up, dust themselves off, get under another person, baby, or take some time to themselves, or they end up going out there being promiscuous. They do a lot of different things. But Gizelle went to a mental institution, baby. And Andy and Karen Andy and Karen are talking about this shit, and just the lights that is just so easy. Ooh, wee, baby. Did not, Andy know about this situation, because allegedly it was in Gizelle's book. But you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Karen and Andy are just going in deep, deep, deep. And so, but Andy did try to clear it up, and he asked, Karen, what is Sing Sing? Do you know what Sing Sing is? Karen said, you know what? I never knew what Sing Sing was, a jail. And Andy said, yes, Sing Sing is a jail, baby girl. And then Andy also says, so what do you think? He's shocked that Karen didn't know what Sing Sing was, and he's shocked that, that she's using it, as a read, towards Gizelle, but don't know what it means, baby. So in any event, he corrected Karen, and Karen basically said, what I thought it meant, because Andy asked her, she basically said, I thought it meant that she was in a loony bin. So she said it right there on camera, on TV, that Sing Sing means loony bin, that Gizelle went into a loony bin because Jamal was out here with his ding dong and other vaginas, baby. And Andy and Karen are co-signing this story. Lord have mercy. Gizelle must be pissed. Jamal must be upset, baby. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, Lord, this is just really, really crazy. And Karen continues, well, I was just trying to make light out of the situation. Girl, you was not making no light out of no situation. You was making it darker and darker, baby. And you was pointing that dagger directly at Gizelle, and you hit the target, baby. Bull's eye. Oh, Lord have mercy. So in any event, so Andy wanted Karen and MJ to play this game on Watch What Happens Live. Lord have mercy, whether Karen was bothered or was she unbothered by, what Gizelle has done to her, baby. And so one of the questions that she was asked was, Karen, was you bothered or was you unbothered when Gizelle got on the phone with Jamal Bryant, baby, to call him to let everybody know that she has a relationship with him, that she's talking to him on the phone? She did it right after you confronted her when you guys were on vacation. And Karen said, hell no, I wasn't bothered. I told you he lived through the phone, baby, through the phone. And Karen was asked, was she bothered when Robin and Gizelle basically came to her event with hashtag free Karen, hashtag free Uncle Ben? Was she bothered? And Karen said, yes, she was bothered, baby. She was feeling a whole certain type of way. And also, Andy asked Karen, was she bothered when Gizelle called her Lady Louise? in season one, and Karen said that no, she was not bothered. Look at Gizelle's neck. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. And also, Karen was asked, was she bothered, on season one when she was having her birthday dental, and Gizelle sat in the middle. And Karen said, yes, she was bothered about that situation. I would be too, girl. Why are you sitting in my seat? Because you know the camera's gonna be on you, and I'm getting half the attention, baby girl. So what's going on in that situation? But in any event, Karen said that yes, she was bothered by that situation. I would be too, baby. Karen's looking back. Yes, I've been bothered. And then also Karen was asked, was she bothered that Gizelle said she had a dry vagina? And basically Karen said no, she wasn't bothered at all, because she said her vagina is not dry. You have to check it out. And Andy looked like, no, I ain't gonna check it out. I don't know why you're looking at me that way, but I ain't gonna check it out. And so in any event, Karen continues on and says that, she wasn't bothered at all, point blank, period, because she said she'd rather have a dry box than a burning box. Nobody wants a fiery box or a burning box, period, point blank. Lord have mercy. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And also Karen says that she agrees, with Erica Jane's situation about not knowing what her husband was out here stealing and robbing money, because Karen said that she was blindsided when Ray needed money and Ray owed taxes, and he was having that situation. She said she was in a dark, baby. She said all the wives don't know everything that their husbands are doing, so you can't blame the wife. So that's what Karen is saying about the situation, baby. Lord have mercy, it was going down. I was like, Andy, you are doing too much. Like, do you know what you're talking about? Are you guys getting on to Gizelle? Do Gizelle deserve this? Like, Lord have mercy. I know Gizelle likes to be talked about, but this is very disrespectful, and Jamal's being disrespected too as well. Lord have mercy. And also Karen was asked, does she think that Candace Dillard did not show up to the situation because Karen was there when Miss Wendy was having her dental party, baby. And Wendy having her sons eat them cupcakes was a shame of it all. But in any event, Karen said no. I knew she wasn't there because she wasn't feeling well. And basically Karen said it was a pandemic, so I was just hoping that she was okay, because Karen can play that situation off. And Karen was also asked, what does she think about Gizelle Bryant's wardrobe? She said that, she she said she upgraded her wardrobe to primary cordless, baby. So Karen basically is saying Gizelle's doing a little bit better because she upgraded to primary cordless. Lord have mercy, what is going on? And then Andy went back to talking about, fiery boxes. Like, come on, Andy. Like, why are you so attached to a fiery box? Why is that just like in your, the premise of the show with the questions and the game? But in any event, it was all set up to be that way, so they were planned. It was premeditated, like Wendy said, towards Gizelle. So basically Andy started off like, what, it's a wonderful night, it's a wonderful Sunday night to spend with you guys. Let's get to the fiery box. Like, damn, he went right to the fiery box. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, what's going on in this situation? When I say doing too much, baby, it is doing too much. Like, damn, if I was just there, I would be feeling a certain type of way. For real, I would be. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And then in any event, Karen was asked about the situation when Gizelle basically said that, she's breaking up with Jamal Bryant because of COVID. And Andy was like, he kind of acting like she blamed it on COVID. So Andy's saying that, Gizelle done blamed it on COVID. And Karen was like, that is a cop out. She is lying. She is taking the easy way out, is an easy excuse. And she said, first of all, Gizelle was never in a relationship with Jamal, point blank, period. And you guys could tell what was going on the New Jersey couches. We all saw it fall apart. So basically Karen said at the last year reunion, we seen her relationship with Jamal Bryant fall apart. And Karen said, I ain't the one with the binders. I use my mouth. I use my words, baby. So I was like, And so Karen is basically saying that Gizelle, she told a big lie and she lied all the time. And also Karen says that she lies all the time. Unfortunately, it just came to head. Ooh, and she says, I hope she has learned from this, because I do not dislike Gizelle. I just want her to do better. I just want what's best for her. But she got her own, Gizelle has her own mess, that she has to, deal with. So I was like, damn, Karen, you speaking in past tense, present tense? Because I thought you guys was cool. I thought you guys were okay. Like, what's going on in that situation? And so Karen basically is saying it makes no sense that Gizelle broke up with Jamal because of the pandemic. It don't make no sense, and none of the girls that are her friends on the show believe anything that Gizelle said about her and Jamal breaking up because of COVID, baby. She said it was a quick cop out, a quick excuse. And Andy asks Karen, basically he says to her, listen, since Karen wants to remain tight-lipped about what Gizelle was doing at Sing Sing, like what? She wasn't at Sing Sing. She's talking about she was in a loony bin, a crazy house, and now you're going to bring up Sing Sing again? Lord have mercy. And Karen said, aside from Wendy, who else in the group has a fake booty? She said, no one. I was like, Lord have mercy. He's bringing up Sing Sing again. So Andy basically was ragging on Gizelle, and he was helping Karen rag on Gizelle and getting all the taglines and everything of that nature. Karen was asked who would she trade from the cast, and she said nobody at all, point blank, period. She said these girls are unique and we are unique together, baby, and they're gonna try to keep that money right, keep it going. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was just like, Lord have mercy. And also Karen was asked, does she think that Candace Dillard and her husband Chris actually paid for their new home? And Karen said yes, she does, but I know she doesn't believe it, because a lot of people don't believe Candace and Chris paid for their new home. They believe Mama Dorothy paid for it. But in any event, when it comes down to Karen, she believes that Candace and Chris paid for their home. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? And also, when it comes to the situation, Andy asks Karen, what does she think about Karen's, new addition to her house, which is the West Wing. And basically Karen said, well, Gizelle always wanted, to have a two stories, and now I'm happy for her. Like, Lord have mercy. So basically Karen was dissing and dismissing. Lord have mercy. You guys let me know what you think.